Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. This is the Birds of Feather podcast with your boy Qcity.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
And this is the betting pod for week 17. So we are about to look at our props for this game, look at a couple games we picked, and then we're going to get to the college football playoffs. So Taj, my man, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start off with the pros, right? We'll start off with our props for the game. Coming into the season, 26 and 29 for myself, 12 and 15 for you. We got 2 weeks to turn this around before the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Might not get to
over
that.
500. We gotta get over 500 at least.
Got to get over 500. Might not get to the 60%. So we looking for a 5-0 week, right? Always say that the bets are telling the story. It has been widely reported that Heineke's the better option, right? And whether we agree with it or not, the offense is being overvalued. And you see that in terms of the props this week. I can't say we're ever out of any game. And I can't say that Ritter wasn't necessarily involving people into the offense. But you see with the props, they're expecting higher volume for people on the offense, right? And I can't say that the numbers are out of proportion. So we look into yours. That first one you got Pitts 37.5. You took the over on that one. Walk me through that one for me.
I feel like these past few games, Pitts is starting to, hit a decent rhythm. Two out of the past 3 weeks he's had touchdowns. The yards have been at least in the 40s.
I want to say he broke 50 both weeks, didn't he? Or 53 weeks in a row. Because he had 3 for 57 versus Tampa. Then
I'm
he
not
had
sure if it was 50 last week, but I know he's had at least 45, at least 45. But he's been approaching that 50-yard mark for the past 3 weeks. So I feel like it's going to continue. So I like them. I feel like it's going to continue. Taylor tends to feed a lot of people, so that's kind of going to feed into some of my other props.
Got you. So looking at the other tight end spot, you got Jonnu Smith 24.5 for the over on that one, right? He seems to be one of Ritter's favorite targets, but I hadn't seen Heineke get him overly involved.
I would push back on that purely because he's had his best game with Heineke as a quarterback. He went over 100 versus the Vikings when he took that screen 60 yards to the crib. Then he had a couple other passes, so he had a 100-yard game.
But if 60 of it came on the screen, was it really a 100-yard game?
I mean, yeah, because the thing there was 40 other yards on other plays.
All right, I give you that one.
Yeah,
so then you got just like a straight degenerate bet, which we got to talk about. You got Van Jefferson 12.5. He took the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over. I feel like Heineke gets him involved more than Ritter does. That's purely it.
Isn't Van Jefferson supposed to be the deep shots?
He's supposed to. All it takes is one to hit. All it takes is one.
That don't sound like you got a problem.
Nah, not at all. I like it because his production is slightly up with Heineke over Ritter. So, I mean, I would have loved if I would have had an option for Cordero Hodges, but it wasn't on the list. So I'm like, they're gonna get opportunities too. But if it was Hodges, that would have been easy work.
Yeah. Another person I didn't see over there a lot was Patterson.
Yeah, I don't ever really see Patterson on there.
Yeah, it's basically like he's been phased out of the offense. There's almost no props on him, so it's like unless you want to do a anytime touchdown, which is like you put $10, you might.
I ain't doing that. That about to look too scary for me because the game I be counting on is the game he don't touch the ball.
Yeah, you put in 10, you might get like 150 back on that one. So
yeah.
So then we take it to the ground. Speaking of Patterson, speaking of the ground game, you got Bijan 49.5 over on the rushing on that Bears defense.
That just seemed like a low number. I mean, I know the Bears got a good run defense, but it's an outdoor game. We on the road. Typically, you want to lean on the run game in those games. 49 just seems really low. I mean, I am a little fearful that they might lean on Tyler a little more this game. But I mean, Bijan, he should get 49.5. Like I'm looking at least 60 to 70 yards rushing.
So our bets are kind of juxtaposed there, but they flow into each other, right? So you bet it on Bijan in that situation. I bet on Tyler in that situation, but the thinking was exactly the same. I got Tyler's under because I feel like they're going to lean on Bijan, um, unless the game gets out of hand, then they're going to protect their investment for it because you don't want to hurt him late in
Yeah.
the season and mess up anything that could happen next year. I feel like if they're in this game because they're outdoor, because there was all that pressure to make sure that your superstars are the ones that touch the ball, I definitely think that Bijan is going to be the one who is going to get the lion's share of them touches, unless like the game gets out of hand, or as of right now, there's no elements being played. But if the elements come into play, then you might see a bit more Tyler.
Yeah.
So, well, on the flip side, your bet on the other team was Fields. You got him on the same sense of Russian outdoor game, and I don't know. The
We
Falcons
not
may
good
need to
versus running
protect their future.
quarterbacks. We
Yeah,
not good versus
yeah.
running quarterbacks. That's just pretty much what it come down to.
Falcons number one rush defense,
Yeah.
number one rush defense, but not good against running quarterbacks.
Yeah, like if
Um,
you want to just line up and do it, no, not gonna happen. You got a quarterback that can get away from pass rush, then you gonna give us a little bit of trouble.
and it's crazy because we'll definitely get into this a little way farther off. Is that like one of the things that people always slot to us is pass rushers, but it's like we're getting the job done with who we got. It's
Yeah,
very
I think
interesting.
we got what 36 sacks, 30 is any either 34 or 36 sacks. Like when like the past 2 years combined, we have more this season than we've had the past 2 years combined.
I think it was, yeah, it sounds about right because I remember one year we had 11, and then one year I want to say we had 23,
Yeah,
which are both incredibly
yeah,
like dummy low.
and we
Um,
still got 2 games left. So
yeah, against somebody who doesn't necessarily see the ball, see the field
Field, yeah, he
all that
takes
well.
sacks.
Yeah,
Field
so
does take sacks. So
he'll
I
give you
expect that
some.
number to climb. So like if we can hit
And
40 on the year, that's a nice milestone for us.
yeah,
We're
and then
still worried about the playoffs. Yeah,
Carr doesn't see the field well either. Um, so it's not like a wild thing to say
no,
that we would end the season with 46.
no, it's not wild. Coming into the season, I was I don't know, but actually seeing them, I'm like, all right,
Now, my season long bet of Drake London over 1,000 yards is in some serious jeopardy right now, bro.
and
It,
see, I would have felt much more comfortable with that if Desmond was finishing the season out, but with Heineke,
exactly, exactly. Heineke don't like this nigga, bro, and I don't know what I don't know what it is. I don't know because he liked the other guy. I don't know if they riding together or whatnot. He
I
don't like
know
this man, bro.
he do not get like he don't get Drake involved much at all until like
It's
later in the game. It kind
it's
of bothers
evident,
me
bro.
because
It's
I'm like, why are you
evident,
not getting
dog.
this dude the ball?
It's like, bro, like he hollered at his girl or something because like he got real life animosity toward that dude, bro. That plays into my first bet. London 42 and a half. I took the under. I took the under, bro. He might get him involved late into the game, but it just in my mindset, they don't like each other. He don't be looking for him. 42 and a half. I took the under, right? But past these for Heineke, 1.5, I took the over. I do think I think he'll be responsible for 2 touchdowns. I hope they're both through the air.
Right, right, right. So, a little off track. I just seen some interesting news. Jim Harbaugh hires a new agent. Do you think that means he's making a jump to the NFL? Well, back to the NFL.
I
He has the
mean,
same agent as Tom Brady and Sean Payton.
oh, Sean Payton? Oh, he coming back. He coming back. Did you see Sean Payton's contract?
Yeah,
Yeah,
two.
90 mil uh front office. Like he tied in mob ties. Like, yeah, he coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
He coming back. Now, where will he be coming back? That's on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. We'll get to that. So,
We'll get to that. So back to the props.
what's it called? We talked about it with Algier. His number is incredibly low. It's 30 and a half. I still took the under on it because I think Bijan is going to be incredibly involved throughout the day. I don't think they're going to go platoon system type thing. I really think they're going to focus on getting the stars involved, right? London, I just don't think that Heineke looks that way. But I do think Pitts and Bijan are going to be focal points of the offense come Sunday.
I would hope so, or is I'm going to be upset.
Now, you took his rushing. I took Bijan's total yards at 74 and a half. I took the over on that one. Like I said, I think they're going to feed him. I think he's going to be trouble for that defense. If you look, that Bears defense, now granted, this was before they made the additions, right? But you look at Brian Robinson, you look at Aaron Jones, both of them had field days running and receiving against this Bears defense, right? Granted, that was pre-trade deadline. I still think that dual threat back gives them trouble, and Bijan definitely fits that role.
Yeah.
My last bet on the other team, hear me out. DJ Moore, 66 and a half receiving yards. I took the under on it. I have
Okay.
faith in our pass defense this week. Um, like I said, I don't think Fields sees the field extremely well. Our defensive coordinator isn't going to be up for a head coaching job,
Not this year.
but he should be. But he should.
He's done an
Not
amazing job transforming his defense in 1 year. We went from bottom 20s to a top 10 defense. It may not pass the top 10 eye test when you watch them, but statistically we're top 10 in everything.
But it's and to be honest, the only reason it doesn't is because we don't play good complementary football.
No, well,
We don't play.
and we also don't get the flashy sack numbers. Like
No, but we get off the field on third down.
we do,
We get off the field on third down a
but
lot.
see, the thing is like we do, but a lot the casual fans are looking at that. They were like, well, they don't really get that many sacks. They don't really get that many turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
But we might not. But we limit yards. We know we get off the field.
We limit yards. We get off the field. We do not allow a lot of touchdowns. Now you can kill us to death with threes. You can kill us to death with threes, but we get off the field pretty easily. If you look at some of the higher scoring games this year, it was usually because like Jacksonville, that was what's it called? A pick six, right? A pick six and then an interception short field. You look at Washington, you had a really big punt return and 3 interceptions. They allowed 29 versus Tampa with a late drive. I'll give you that, right? Like that's just everybody got a bad day at the office. But for the most part, we've consistently been holding teams to about 21 points.
Yeah,
Between 16 and 21 points. There's not much in a modern NFL game that you can ask your defense to do.
Oh yeah. So, but my only thing is like we've been prone to give up that one fluke play, and I just hope it ain't the DJ Moore for your sake.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We have been. Think back on it. When's the last time it happened? Tampa.
That was like two weeks ago. Tampa
was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tampa was 3 weeks ago.
Tampa was probably the last like real decent offense we played.
Yeah. So, but when I think about it, we gave that big one to Tampa, right? There was one against the Lions earlier in the season, blown coverage. Because like when I'm thinking back, when I'm thinking back on it, it's like there was a line of delineation around week 10 or 11 where a lot of that shit just stopped. But I think a good bit of that is actually playing within the flow of the defense, right? Like understanding people's responsibility, trusting your man to be where he's supposed to be, switching things off like you're supposed to, because most of those blows were in zone, right? Or it was motion and nobody followed their man. So it's like that's just like simple communication errors, right? Then you also have to think that your safeties are usually the cornerback or usually the quarterback of your defense. We have a brand new quarterback back there, right? And who's also learning a new system.
Now, not that you bring that up. The reason why I'm a little fearful of it is because, like you said, sometimes the communication isn't on point, and then, but our defensive quarterback likes to go rogue a little bit sometimes.
He does. He be freestyle.
So those two things can all sometimes lead to that little flukiness. that's kind of where I expect maybe at least one fluke play. But then
Yeah, I
they probably gonna claim it. I just hope it ain't the DJ Moore. He's probably gonna be the like
commit.
what top commit or yeah, it could be a commit, but it might be to Mooney or something like that.
Yeah, Mooney's a little speedster or whatnot. I just even when we're blowing coverages, I don't think like usually when we blow one, it gets to a touchdown. But I haven't seen in the past 3 weeks too many blown ones. But like you said, Tampa was the last like legit offense that we faced. So
I'm not sure the
I
Bears are
wouldn't,
a legit offense, but
yeah, I
you
wouldn't
know,
consider them a high powered legit offense.
but I mean, even though it was against bad teams, they have shown some upside
Now, don't get me wrong. On a scramble drill, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But
because that
I
stresses
trust,
everything.
yeah, I trust our corners to lock down. So, like I said, crazy part, we're both 3 games under 500. So, uh, what's it called hitting a 4-1 week would really put us both exactly where we need to be for 500. So let's get it in this week. Next, we're gonna check out the games. So my first game, I got Atlanta money line Chicago. You'll see a theme with my games. With my games are you're not supposed to bet with your heart. You're supposed to bet with your head. I was betting with my head. Don't get me wrong, but it just happened to line up with what would help get the Falcons into the playoffs. So first, I got Atlanta money line versus Chicago. Obviously, I think that we're going to win this game. I don't think that Chicago's offense could really match up against our defense. I feel like we can move the ball well enough on their defense. Um, we played Justin Fields. We've only played him once, but we beat him at home. Plan on beating him on the road.
We put him out that game actually. I think with that shoulder injury. I think
You
that's
said
also
what?
the game that caught. I said we put him out that game, and I think that's also the game that Kyle Pitts got hurt.
Was that early last season?
No, it was like week like 11 or so, somewhere around there. I
Yeah,
know it
he
was
was
like
a he was a
it was a Novemberish game, but I remember
yeah
we played
because
him, and I think Fields didn't finish that game with a shoulder injury,
no, he finished it. It was a last second.
or he was. I know he got. I don't. Well, I know he got hurt. He might have finished, but I do know he got hurt in that
Yeah,
game.
yeah. But they scored a touchdown late, and he blew it on a fourth down over the middle that the Bears fans would swear was a pass interference. Um, but like I said, king of the almost, and I'm banging on that this week. So go ahead, 14-16 entering this week. My fault, forgot to mention that. 14-16 entering that this week. Taj, you were 12-13 entering this week, so you were right there up under the
Close, so
500 mark.
close.
I got New Orleans money line versus Tampa. That's not just betting with my heart. I honestly believe that New Orleans always matches up well against Tampa, right? They Marshawn always matches up against Mike pretty well. New Orleans doesn't have much going for them, but their defense is always pretty good.
But Marshawn's hurt, ain't he, or did he come back?
Marshawn should be playing this game. No, they said he's gone. They said he's not coming back this season.
Yeah. So
No, they said ankle injury. They're gonna go ahead and roll him out. See, damn. Well, either way, either way, I still think that New Orleans defense they don't have much going for them, but their defense is good enough. Um, and I just need Tampa to lose. To be honest with you, that's really what it boils down to.
my thing is I probably don't share the same sentiments. But I don't care about this game as much because I don't expect them to lose 2 games in a row. So I'm focused more on the other possibility than this one.
Now, yes, that's true, but I'm gonna throw something crazy at you, bro. I was gonna save it till next week, but I'll put a little teaser out there now. And this is for my true degenerates. So hear me out. Since the NFL switched to putting division games on the last week of the season, right? A team that is 6 or more games under 500 playing a team that has a win and get in scenario, they are 24-8 against the spread, bro.
I mean, the spread
Yes.
is cool. I mean, the spread's nice. The spread's
Yes.
nice, but I ain't talking about
24.
the spread. I'm talking
No, no,
about
no,
our
no, no,
playoff.
no, no, no. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
24-8 against the spread, right? 7 wins outright. 7 wins outright, bro. Weird shit happens on that last week of the season, especially when somebody got to get in. I'm gonna bring you back to 2 instances that you probably thinking on top of your head.
I
Oakland
remember
versus
that.
LA.
I remember that Colts game too. The Colts and
The
Jaguars.
Colts and the Jags, bro. I'm telling you, weird shit happens. If they lose
Yeah,
this
because
game, if they lose this game, weird shit happens, bro. If they lose this game, weird shit happens.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
you kind of got a point, yeah, because that's the game that got Carson Wentz up out of there.
Yeah, if you lose this game, weird shit happens. So I need y'all to lose. All right, my next one. I think Carolina's going to be entering that game on a hot streak because I got them beating Jacksonville this week. Jacksonville is in a free fall. They
Yeah,
are in a complete
Lawrence is
meltdown
out.
right now.
He's looking bad.
And they
I
went
just need
from
Calvin really to keep playing so we get our third round pick though.
factual. They went from possibly having the number 1 seed to if they lose this week
They might not make
and
the
then lose
playoffs.
next week, not they might not make the playoffs, bro. That's an all-time meltdown, right?
Yeah, that might be damn near fireable.
I don't think they get rid of Peterson just because he resurrected Lawrence, bro. Because like
Did he really though?
after that first year with Urban, bro, niggas was like, "Is this nigga Rosen?" Like that first year with Urban
I
was
get what you're
terrible.
saying, but the thing is, it's me and you can already do better than what Urban did. If we just being honest, that was
Yes,
that was all
that
time
was a
bad.
terrible coaching job. Yeah, and then you look at it last year, they were 2-7 at one point, and I think they ended 9-8. Then they won a playoff game, right? This year, you're still 8-7. You know what I'm saying? You might end the season 9-8.
Look, Trevor Lawrence ain't as good as people think he is.
I mean,
He ain't took that step that people think he took.
I think that putting him in the
That eye in
category
the sky
of
don't lie.
no, I think putting him in the category of like y'all know how I feel about Herbert. Putting him in the category of Herbert is kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, because like people saying he's a tier 2, Sunshine really like a tier 3 right now. Maybe.
He's like a tier 3. You know what I'm saying? You've got the Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar up there in that
Burrow,
Burrow up there in that category. Then that
tier
second
2,
wave,
you got like the Dax, the
Herbert's, the forget that
Tuas.
Tua's that category.
Yeah.
Lawrence is a step below that. He's not necessarily in that second category. And I don't feel like I've ever I think talent wise I've always put him up there, but in
Yeah,
terms of
he
like
has
production
the
wise.
talent, but the production, he's not doing it right now.
But
Maybe he
but you
will, but
know but you know what I think it is, honestly, is that Jacksonville went from what was it his rookie year? 3 wins. They had 3 or 4 because they had the number 1 pick after his
yeah,
rookie year. So he had like 3, 4 wins somewhere in there. They went to 9 wins, and so everybody was expecting 12 or 13 this season. And for a good bit of the time, it looked like that's where they were headed. Now he wasn't playing overly particularly well, but it looked like the team was heading that direction. And I think once the team started to falter, his mediocre play got highlighted, which
yeah.
has made
'Cause,
people kind of knock him down tiers.
I mean, what in 2022 he had a good season. He was 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 picks. This year he's taking a step back with 19 and 12. I mean, and then he's been dealing with injuries.
All year,
Um,
all year. Because to be honest, he shouldn't have been playing on that ankle.
no, he shouldn't have.
Was that Browns game? Like that was just That
Yeah,
was hard to
yeah,
watch. That was hard to watch. He
yeah,
shouldn't have been playing that game.
because he threw 3 interceptions in that game.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been playing. So, you take away a game you shouldn't have been playing. You're 19-9. You throw 2 touchdowns in each game to end the season. You're
But
23 and
he threw three
you're
touchdowns in that
23
game
and
as
9.
well, though. So
Yeah, they were garbage time touchdowns. They were all late touchdowns.
yeah, so it's really like what 16-9. So
16-9, you know what I'm saying? And then if you throw 2 touchdowns in each of the last 2 games of the season, you're 20-9. People are looking at you, and you add in his 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns. You're decent. It's a decent season.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Hell, Lamar might win the MVP throwing 22
but
touchdowns.
yeah, his stats are not like he is very important to the team, but the stats just ain't doing it for me as far as that conversation. But
Which I completely understand. Completely understand. I'm not caping for him. Like I think he's an amazing talent,
yeah,
right? But
definitely. But
production's got to
statistically,
match it at some point.
it ain't there for me for MVP right now. But
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Lamar?
yeah,
Bro, Lamar. Look,
the production not there for MVP. He's got barely 20 touchdowns.
how many MVPs Steve McNair got?
One, I think. A Cole, really?
Mm-hmm. With Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns he had that year?
I really don't know.
Like 27.
But
Total.
this is also
Total.
a different era.
Nah, bro. If you add up the rushing yards, you add up the passing yards, you put it all together, it's got like 22 touchdowns. If he's responsible for 6 more over the course of these last 2 games, it's 28 touchdowns. You're good. You're good.
What
28 touchdowns, top 2. Wasn't that 03?
03. So he was 24-7 and another. So he only had 28 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He ain't even. I thought his stats were better than this.
Nah. Rating was 100 that year, I want to say. 100 or 99, 1 or 2.
And on the season right now, Lamar has 19 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 97.2 rating. I don't like it for MVP.
19. How many rushing touchdowns he got?
Let me see. I know his numbers are down.
Like 5 or 6?
I don't even think it might be 5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, it's 24 touchdowns. Over the course of the next 2 games, you got to be responsible for 3 touchdowns each. That's 30. Even if you're responsible for 4 touchdowns each, that's 28.
He got to get 4 to like. I don't know.
Yeah, and then here's the thing. So here will be the telltale sign on whether or not they want Lamar to get the MVP. If they win in Miami, next week should be a bye week because they can't upgrade their position. They can't down their position. They won the division. They're the number 1 seed. If they win this week, they're off. Right? If Lamar plays next week, they're trying to get him the MVP. Like if they win this game and then they just play next week, they're trying to get him the MVP.
See, I get it's just like when you look at his MVP season where he had 36 through the air.
That's
and that
doesn't count. That doesn't count.
But
like he was playing video game numbers.
But the thing is, for the most part, the MVP is putting up those kind of numbers.
Yeah, but no one's putting up those numbers this year.
Maybe not, but I just don't. I don't.
The only person is Dak. The only person is Dak.
Yeah, Dak probably has the best numbers. Well.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So Cowboys tops they can end 12-5, right? Can't get the 1 seed. If the Eagles don't mess up, they're not going to get the 2 seed. So you're going to give a team with the 5 seed the MVP.
What's happened before?
When? It's been a while. Usually it's that top 1 or 2 seed that gets the MVP. The last time I could think of even a 3 seed getting the MVP was no, it's been a while.
Let's see. 20. About to pull up these.
Most MVPs are from that 1 or 2 seed.
Be doing this live, y'all. You know, I gotta pull these numbers just to make sure I'm seeing things correctly. Okay. So Aaron Rodgers won MVP 2020 and 2021. Okay, where they were 13 and 3,
No,
13 and 4.
so it's Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson in 2012. That year he ran for 2,000 yards. Was the last time a person from the not 1 or 2 seed won it. 2,000 yards off a busted knee was the last time someone that wasn't a 1 or 2 seed won it. And I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think a quarterback threw for over 32 touchdowns that year, because that's usually the benchmark for a quarterback win the MVP.
Yeah.
It ain't, bro, it's not happening. Christian McCaffrey might have a little to say about it, but for the most part,
I
like,
think
nah.
McCaffrey probably the best chance, probably.
Yeah. But then, like, Lamar's going to end up having more touchdowns than him. And it's not like, now McCaffrey might be responsible for 2,000 all purpose yards. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right? If he ends the season responsible for 2,000 all purpose and 24, 25 touchdowns, you gotta have him. Like, you gotta have a serious conversation.
Because right now he got 21 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah. He ends with 24, 25 touchdowns, and how many total rushing receiving yards he got? He had like 16 and some change.
Let me see. He has. Let me pull up everything. He got 13. He got basically got 1,400 rushing and another 5 receiving. So
he's already at 19. He's already at 19.
He gonna hit the 2,000 probably tomorrow.
Yeah, so he gets over 2,000, and then you tack on the 3-4 touchdowns. That's a whole, like, that's a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that conversation, and they'll be the 1 seed. Like, then you can have that conversation. But Dak would be the only quarterback that has those type of stats, and he's not at the 5 spot. They're not going to give it to him.
I think this is McCaffrey year.
If Lamar stumbles up against the Dolphins, or if he plays against the Dolphins, they win, and then they keep him out the next week, I think McCaffrey will have a legit shot at it. But right now, that's just got a bunch of momentum. Dark horse is Josh Allen.
I don't like Josh Allen for it. I mean,
no. Here's the crazy part. Numbers are there, right? Miami loses, then it's Buffalo, Miami for the division. Right? It's Buffalo, Miami for the division. Buffalo wins that game, they could jump up to the 2 seed.
I mean, he's 27, but he got 15 picks. That 15 look crazy, but
that's probably, 20. That's 27. That's 27 passing. How many got rushing?
But he's probably going to end up with over 30 passing.
He's got like 6 rushing, right?
I'm about to pull it up. Rushing. Come on, load me up, baby. Load me up. This motherfucker got 13 rushing touchdowns.
This season? That's bananas. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Wait a minute, big dog. Wait a minute, big dog.
That caught me off guard. So he got 40 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right, you right. You right. Josh Allen, you right. Hey, my bad, Josh. I didn't mean to disrespect you, big dog.
Hey, look, if he gets up there, and that's my thing. If Miami loses, right? Miami loses.
Dang.
You know he's finna go stupid against New England. You know he finna go
That's
dummy against New England.
crazy. I did not expect to see. I was expecting to see like 6-5, something like that.
I
I was
expected to see
not
six.
expecting no double digits, let alone 13. Like,
Yeah, I was expecting six. I ain't gonna lie to you. I confidently said six. I was like, yeah, nah, he got like six touchdowns. Was he
dang, yeah.
27?
Yeah, that's 40. He got 40 on the dot right now.
Yeah,
That's
he had 40, bro.
so he got the MVP numbers. He just got to get them. If he get the division, it's gonna be kind of hard to deny.
That's the thing. But so his main component would be who's in that three slot? Kansas City, right? But they got the head to head versus Kansas City, right? That's why they got the head to head versus Kansas City. So that's why they would jump all the way from 5 all the way up to 2. Here's the crazy part about Kansas City. Very similar to Baltimore and similar to Tampa Bay this week. If Kansas City wins this week, they'll just rest next week. They're locked into the 3. The South can't catch them, and they can't jump. They can't jump Miami or Buffalo, right? Because if Miami wins, they'll have 12 wins. If Buffalo wins, Buffalo got the head to head. So like, Kansas City will win and then just chill. They'll take a bye week.
This is interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Yeah, my bad,
So
dog.
so if they
This
if
is
they
my
jump,
apology to Mr. Josh Allen. I didn't know you was doing that.
hey, remember what I said last week, bro? If you gonna turn the ball over like that, you gotta get the offense to overcome it, and he damn near do. Like, you add in, I think his lost
This,
fumbles puts him at
yeah,
18 or
if Miami
19.
loses out, yeah, Miami loses
Yeah,
these next two, and Buffalo win out, then yeah, they jump to the 2 seed, and Josh Allen is
yeah.
your MVP.
I'm not bullshitting you. Like, I'm not bullshitting
Yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
That,
Then the
that's why
AFC
everybody
is
was,
the AFC is low key ugly this year.
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody has these numbers. Nope. That's why everybody's saying like Lamar. If he has a good game versus Miami, which I think he will, right? But then Miami beats Buffalo. This shit is moot. People are just gonna give it to Lamar, or it's gonna be an actual Lamar CMC debate. You know what I'm saying?
Or they might just go the co
The
MVP
co
way.
MVP type of year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a situation. If Josh can get to the 2 seed, bro, it's done. It's not a conversation, bro. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. Most of those touchdowns are tush pushes. He's a big guy. It's like that. It was the same thing with Hurts last year. Hurts racked up all them touchdowns, but they were like tush push touchdowns. I didn't think it was all the way at 13. I knew it was a lot, but I didn't think it was all the way at 13. I thought it was like 6.
Touchdown.
Yeah, nah. He getting some touch pushes in. But back to the betting. I got Carolina +4 versus Jacksonville. Ran down the AFC just real quick. I got Green Bay money line versus the Vikings. Right?
We
Hear me
need
out on
that.
this one.
We
I
need that one.
needs that. I needs that. I needs that, big dog. Give me that. I needs that. I have never been a Jordan Love fan more in my life. Now, if you're a long time listening to the pod, before we had, the ball maestro over here, yeah, he knows football or whatever. But before we had him, and it was just me on this, y'all remember me telling y'all we need to trade for Jordan Love because I seen it. I seen it years in advance, bro. But we didn't. And hey, man, like,
The
Green Bay is
opportunity
built
wasn't
like
there anyway, so it is what it is.
it wasn't, but like, damn, man. Um, and then lastly, my last one, dude was just talking about. I got New England +14 versus Buffalo. I don't not think that Josh is going to have a good game. I think that Bailey Zappi is a functioning NFL quarterback, and Bill Belichick is going to do enough to keep that game under 14.
I don't know if he's a function NFL quarterback, I do think Belichick gonna keep that game relatively close though.
Yeah, well, he's better than Mac Jones. Mac Jones is no longer under that regime on that team. a functioning NFL quarterback. So Zap is giving you something. He's giving you like actual football. Because like what Mac Jones was doing was just it was disrespectful to the game, to be honest. Like when he got sacked, we came over here and said it, bro. Like when I don't even let you go out there and throw the Hail Mary, you're done.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You're done. You understand?
That's a wrap.
Like
that's a wrap for sure.
like just like that pick that Ritter threw in Carolina, where it's like, bro, it's over for you. Like that pick he threw on the goal line, because I think, and this is a tangent. I think that what people don't like about Mac Jones as a football player, you can question whether or not I know the play. You can question or not whether I am physically capable of executing that play. But you can't question my heart. You can't question my toughness. And I think that was a consistent question about him. And then that pick, the way he threw that pick, fading away from pressure as it was coming down to not get hit, kind of solidified the answer to that question. Which is why I think that like Bill was just like, bro, I'm not even gonna let you go out there and throw the Hail Mary. Like it's over. You're done.
It's a wrap. Yeah. Sorry, man.
So going on your bets. Obviously, you got Atlanta money line versus Chicago, right? You got Baltimore money line versus Miami. Obviously, we just ran down the AFC. But what you see in that game that's really got you like Baltimore got it.
Well, they hot. They playing good complementary football. I mean, now,
all right,
meet me. Kind of leaning on this one. I mean, it's gonna be a good game. I fully expect this to be down to the wire. Especially, I think Miami make a full swing.
I do not. I'm putting that on the record. I do not. I think that Baltimore is going to blow them out.
I don't see them blowing them out. Well, Miami, I think Miami got everyone back. Tyree back, Waddle back.
Is Waddle back?
Yeah, I believe he's playing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't see no world where they get blew out.
Here's the reason why. Do you want me to explain the reason why?
Go ahead, break it down.
Where did the Dolphins coach come from?
No, I ain't going for that.
Hear me out.
I already know what you're
talking about. Hear me out, bro. The Dolphins coach came from San Francisco. The Ravens literally just saw this same defense last week.
No, look. They seen the same. They seen a version of the offense. However, they ain't got no damn Tyreek.
Which is true. Tyreek tilts the field.
Tyreek changes everything.
But have you noticed how Mike McDonald uses Kyle Hamilton in those situations? They face speedy receivers throughout the year. Baltimore's defense is elite, bro.
They are, but they ain't seen that kind of speed all year because don't know one got that kind of speed but Miami.
And Miami tends to get shut down against like really good defenses. Their scoring average is really inflated by the 70 points that they put on Denver when they were being racist. You know what I'm saying? No, they have not. No, they have not. They scored 22 points last week.
I mean, who they play?
Dallas.
I mean, that's a good team though. But
you're saying like, they've been scoring on everybody. No, they have not, bro.
Okay, that's fair. But I still think it's gonna be I'm still picking Baltimore to win. I think it's gonna be a closer game. Like, let's not get confused.
No.
Baltimore gonna
win. We going back and forth on this shit. Like, no. Baltimore is gonna win. It's just about how much.
you got me in a whole different argument. Hold on. I had to pull myself back. I'm like, wait a minute.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Fucking Jedi mind trick over here, bro.
Oh man.
But no. So then we'll move on from that one, right?
Yes.
You got the Rams money line versus the Giants. I think this is self-explanatory. It hurts our cause a bit right? But I don't think in good conscience you could pick the Giants in this spot.
Yeah. So the Rams are playing some good football right now.
Yeah, they're playing some good ball, and playoffs is setting up for Matt Stafford in Detroit
That's great
for the
TV.
playoffs, bro.
That's some great TV.
What? Oh my god! Like,
That's
right?
great TV.
I hope it stands as it is right now because
I
that's
do
gonna be a
too.
homecoming playoff game. Oh man, and then it'll be
Man.
Jared Goff versus the
But
Rams.
does that flip with them losing now, or would they still be? Oh
No,
no,
they'll
because they're
still be
still the
three.
3 seed. Okay, you're
They're
right.
still
They're
the
still
three
three.
seed.
That's three. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're still three. Um, to
Yeah.
be honest, this didn't do anything for Dallas. Dallas can't really improve anything until
Unless
Philly loses. Yeah, until Philly loses. So, you know, sucks for them. But right now it's setting up for beautiful TV. The only thing it did hurt the Lions. The Lions had the possibility of shooting
to get
all the way up to the 1 seed if they were able to win this week, win next week, and then San Fran lose one. But hey, you get what you get. Yeah, you get what you get. Side note, my superstar got drafted by the Giants as a quarterback, bro. They have no weapons on that team.
Oh no,
You understand me? None. I got like 17
zero.
touchdowns and like 19 interceptions because these niggas just give up on routes. Like, it's, yeah. I still check it deep though because, like, hey, yeah,
That's why,
Mike.
because you chucking it deep. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh yeah. No risk it, no biscuit, bro. Like my
Bijan, I
offensive.
mean not Bijan, but Saquon. Get the ball to Saquon.
That's
Check
all
down.
you can do. That's
Check
all you
down.
can do.
Check down. Chad is where you need to be until you get
I
weapons.
can't. I can't lay that way. Bro. And it won't put Hyatt on the field, bro. They won't put Hyatt on the field. I run no huddle so that the wide receivers can be tired, so that y'all can put Hyatt on the field so I can check it, bro.
They doing you dirty.
Hate it
They
here.
doing you dirty.
Can't even request a trade. I'm still in my rookie season. That's a little mad talk for y'all. I'm out of here. So then we got Tennessee money line versus Houston, bro. What got you on this game? Because I'm not gonna say that I don't actually like the bet here.
Division game.
Houston needs it. Houston
needs it,
bad.
but they on a little mini slump right now.
Yeah, Stroud missed a couple games. He played bad. Then he missed 2 games.
So like, we gonna see. I mean, hopefully Tennessee ain't melded in yet. Since the division game, I think Tennessee gonna give them a good fight. So I expect to be a close
Is there
game.
any word? Is there any word on if it's Tannehill or Levis?
I assume it's Levis, but I'm honestly not sure.
Well, he was dealing with that high ankle sprain that he got late in the. He got late in that game where he got bent over. He got bent up. He got bent up.
Wild.
He got bent up.
I was just gonna call. As a Mason Cameron say, pause.
he got bent up. And then Tannehill started last week. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't know if he's back in yet. But either way, Stroud should still win Rookie of the Year. He should still win Rookie of the Year.
Unless
but
Bijan go crazy for like 700 yards or 2 games, but
I just doubt it.
but
you know, like,
no,
700 yards in 2 games, absolutely. Put me down. Whatever odds you want, I'm gonna take that. But yeah, just he, missing these games. He played real bad, and that was the last taste in people's mouth of his play. Missed a couple games. I think if he does come back, leads them to a victory, and depending on what the Jags do, possibly a division title. He's stitching it up.
Oh yeah, if he get the division, definitely it's locked.
Yeah, I think there was a point in time during the season where he would be in the MVP conversation, but injuries.
That stretch of games and injuries kind of hurt it. So
yeah, that last one, Las Vegas money line versus Indy. We don't have a dog in this fight one way or another. Outside of if Las Vegas keeps winning, that may strengthen our draft position if we lose out. But aside from the game, what are you seeing in this coach? Because I think Antonio Pierce should get the job. And that
Yeah,
sounds weird.
they
That
it's like
sounds weird, bro.
they play for him. Like
Yeah.
them boys is out there playing for him. Like they got a whole new swag. Seeing how what they did to the Chiefs last week, seeing how they did the Chargers league before that. Like this team is playing with a different type of energy. I like it. I
I,
hope he gets the
I
job. I think he should get the job because like they're playing for him.
I
And,
think that
and, and
people
then and then I really fuck with Max Crosby.
yes. Yeah, he plays with effort, with tenacity. I think that
Like that's the
people
blackest white dude I ever seen.
I think on people get stuck on like your level of experience and stuff like that. You see it a lot in all sectors and all jobs. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Oh, he's only been coaching in the NFL for 2 years. He's never been a coordinator, right? And like, I get that. I completely understand it. And I wouldn't be opposed if they was just like, no, we're going with Harbaugh. Like, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But to not hire Pierce and hire somebody like Ben Johnson, it wouldn't necessarily sit right with me. Like I would be happy with moving him out for like a retread or a proven coach, but somebody who's a coordinator as well, I don't feel like because he was a player. He was a player. You know what I'm saying? So like no, he didn't coordinate the defense, but he knew how to execute the defense. He called
he was a
plays on that
linebacker.
defense.
Yeah, because he was a linebacker. So he was in a leadership position for the Giants. So like I
And you
think
see he's a leader of men. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? He's a leader of men,
that's
bro.
what you want because they you can see how they playing. They believe in this man.
Yeah. And like
The players
I
will
may
show you who they believe in.
yeah, I may not be the best X and O's on the whiteboard. You know what I'm saying? If the quarterback is messing up, I can't say if it's a 3 foot drop or a 5 foot or a 5 step drop. You know what I'm saying? I probably can't fix that. But you know what I can do? I can galvanize our defense and say, hey, our quarterback ain't got it today, and we got to keep this a one score game till late and have our running back take us home. Or the offense is putting it up and the defense is slacking. I can come tell the offense, hey, I need you to score 60. And the people will respond to that. The people believe in them, like you said, bro. Like I said, I wouldn't be opposed if they chose to go, the retread route. I think you get this guy a chance, man.
You got to. You got to. Because he's doing this with a fourth round quarterback. Like he hits his
Yeah,
wagon to Aiden O'Connell,
yeah.
and it's been working.
Who who saw O'Connell in college? This nigga was ass, bro. He was ass. If you ever bet on him, you know he was ass, bro. He was ass. And like, speaking of college, all right, so let's move. We're about to get to the college football playoff. But real quick, as a Miami fan, I don't want to just dance on FSU's grade. But 63-3. You understand me? 63-3. This is why they kept them out the playoff. You understand me?
And for
This
the
is why.
people that's saying, "Oh, Florida State, they had people opt out and transfer," so did Georgia.
Georgia had tons of people opt
Georgia
out,
had
bro.
15 people transfer out, and they had like another 6 opt outs. So like they both down 20. So what's the excuse? Hold
No, they
that
ain't
60
both down
burger, no
20. One
cheese.
of them is down 60. Yeah. like, bro, I think one of the things that I said about FSU being held out was just if you look at Kenyon Martin, that's kind of like my go-to example. Kenyon Martin had Rick Pitino UMass. They was like, I think they had only lost 2 or 3 games going into the NCAA tournament. Broke his leg, right?
Mm.
They said you're no longer a 1 seed, bro. You're like a 4 seed. And what did they do? They proceeded to lose in like the second round very quickly. Why? Because their best player got hurt, bro. Your quarterback snapped his leg. Your backup got hurt and then decided to transfer. It's over, bro. It's over. Y'all not getting in, bro.
I mean, to be fair though, y'all still would have lost even if you got the starter.
If you want to keep it a beat. Georgia, it was personal. Because I don't think it was you I was talking to. But I thought Georgia should have got in over
They
Alabama.
should have. They should have. But I
Yeah,
understand why they didn't. Honestly, I just think Washington should have been kept out. But that's just me. So it is what it is.
I I'm okay with Washington. I'm okay with Washington being in. I just don't.
We gonna
I
get into our
personally,
Washington takes very shortly.
yeah, no, I don't see how a team consistently is number one and falls all the way to six. I'm a
Yeah, that's
Hurricane
wild.
fan.
That's
I'm
wild.
a Hurricane fan, bro. So please don't think this is just like Georgia bias or nothing. You had a team that, and I'm not even counting last year, start to finish, number one in the nation. They lose one game to the number eight ranked team, right? A top 10 team, and drop all the way from one to six. And
Crazy.
it didn't happen. It didn't happen to any other team throughout the year, right? Michigan went undefeated. Texas lost to, didn't Texas lose to an unranked team? Or was it Oklahoma?
Might have been pulling it up now. They lost to Oklahoma 34-30. And but Oklahoma was 6-0 at the time.
So Texas was three. No, Oklahoma was six at the time. What was Texas?
I know Texas. They had dropped because they lost. No, they had lost. I think they were like number one. They were top three. Texas was like top three.
They
Oklahoma
had to be
was
two. They had to be two. So you lost to a top 10 team. They dropped to, I want to say seven was the
7.
lowest
Yeah, I
ranking they
think
had.
7. Yeah, I think it was
Seven
7.
was the lowest ranking they had this year. Then they ran the table, right? Like, bro, you had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And then, what's it called? They ran the table. They did what they were supposed to do. I can't hold that against them. But that Oklahoma loss ends up looking worse throughout the year, right? Because didn't Oklahoma have two losses?
I believe.
Alabama's one loss. Alabama's one loss. I get it. Alabama's one loss is to the number three team in the nation, right? Alabama's one loss to the number three team in the nation. Washington went undefeated. That's why I think Washington should have got in, strictly because they went undefeated, won their conference, right? And all their players were intact.
I just don't think they don't. I don't think they play nobody.
I whether I do or don't, I understand their process of getting in. Whether I do or don't, I
I
understand
mean,
their
I get
process
it.
of getting in.
I get them getting in. Hey, uh,
A lot of this will
it
be
should have been
fixed with the expanded
it should have been
playoffs.
the 4 best teams, not the best. Hey,
And with the and you can't say, especially after this beatdown, Georgia's not one of the 4 best teams, bro.
no, that was without a doubt.
You cannot say Georgia was not one of the 4 best teams. And Alabama has a chance to win it all. And like, if Alabama does win it all, then it looks even worse you keeping Georgia out.
So I
Because
mean,
your one loss would have been to the conference champion, would have been to the national champion late.
since we already got our picks for this week, you want to just go ahead and do a bracket style, and just since it is college, you want to do a bracket style.
I mean, yeah, we can. Yeah, it's cool.
Because our brackets are damn near the complete opposite.
Which is true. I took the spread, but basically a 1.5 spread is saying that Michigan's going to win. So I got Michigan beating Bama, right? And then Washington beating Texas. You obviously had the complete opposite. Bama beating Michigan, and then Texas beating Washington, right?
And I think Texas about to do Washington dirty.
So the spread is only 4 on that game, bro. The spread is only 4 on that game.
Hey, look, I don't care about that spread. Vegas been wrong before. They could be wrong on Monday.
Nah. So here's the thing. Texas has very physically dominant team. Has the ability to attack from different angles. I just think Penix is
ready.
I think Penix is gonna have a field day. Now the only thing that I don't like, bro, is the fact that Washington is in the Sugar Bowl. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense
See,
that Washington's in the Sugar
I'm
Bowl.
unfamiliar with all of that, so break that down for me.
Okay, so Washington is a Pac-12 team. Obviously, they're in the northwest section of the country. The Rose Bowl has always been for a Big Ten team and a Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever, West Coast team, right? So, like, it's the granddaddy of them all. It's one, the first one, whatever. It's always Big Ten, Pac-12 over there. The Sugar Bowl is in New Orleans. It's always been for an SEC and something else. I want to say
I
Big Ten
mean,
team.
but with the
Always been a
playoff structure the way
no.
it is,
So
wouldn't that
hear
also
me
the
out.
thing?
Hear me out. Hear
It's
me
based
out.
off seeding.
Yes, it's based off seeding, right? But you knew that you were going to put Alabama in, right? And you knew that you were going to put Washington in. Flip them. The reason why you would have a Texas versus Alabama Sugar Bowl. You would have a game in Louisiana.
See,
Hear me out. Hear me
no,
out. You would have a
no,
game in Louisiana that features Texas and Alabama, and you would have a game in California that features Michigan, who's a Big Ten power, and Washington.
see, I get what you're saying. I completely understand that, but like you say, sometimes your bets tell a story. Alabama and Texas, they had a very good game. Texas came out on top. This feels like they're setting it up for them to meet again in the championship game, and I think that's what they want.
Where's
They,
the
they,
championship
they,
game going to?
I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know where it's going to be, but
Because I feel like it's a
want that.
waste.
I think they want that to be the championship game.
It is in Houston.
Which is a good spot.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad if Bama and Texas won if it was in Houston. I stand corrected. But if they both lose, or if one of them lose, then you missed that opportunity. Right?
I
Here's the thing.
I think that it's going to work out that way.
No, but here's the thing.
And Texas is going to win again.
Say that mine wins, right? Say that mine wins. You have a game in Houston between Michigan and Washington.
It happens.
That's gonna suck.
I mean, but the thing is, the championship game isn't dictated by who's in it. The championship game is where it is. Who's in it is irrelevant. Because imagine if the Super Bowl was like, well, the Super Bowl's in Las Vegas, so we can't put this team and that team in it. We gotta make sure we rig it so it don't matter where the game's at. You want your best teams there.
Absolutely, but college is a totally different game than the NFL.
Like it is, bro. If you want your best teams in the game, whether the matchup is what it is, it's based off the seeding.
Look at Georgia versus Florida State. What bowl did they play in?
I don't know what the Peach Bowl, something like that.
Orange Bowl.
Orange Bowl. Okay,
they played in the Orange Bowl, bro. And the reason that's amazing for both of them is because Atlanta and Tallahassee went down to Miami, bro. Both those teams have a geographic footprint that would allow both of their fan bases to travel. Now, a lot of people left for Tallahassee early. Right? A lot of people left for Tallahassee early because of that game. But the geography of where you place the bowls matters just as much. And one of the conversations that I was having with dude at work was the fact that once these playoffs get expanded, 100% that's going to come into play. 100% the SEC champion is going to play in the Peach Bowl against an at-large, right? 100% the whatever the West Coast Conference is going to look like or Big Ten champ is going to play in the Rose Bowl because it just makes sense to have those teams geographically located in a place that their fan bases can travel and be supported, and that's going to bring you more money.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but the seeding is the seeding.
I get it, but if you knew that you were going to put both of them in, if you knew that you were going to put both of them in, what's wrong with flipping them?
They didn't want their best teams to play each other.
I don't think they're the best teams.
They're the best teams, and they're the best team. It's going to be them two in the championship. Like now, Bama and Michigan, that's going to be a good ass game. Washington about to get felt on.
I think Washington's winning it, but hey, those are our bets. We'll see it. This has been the Betting Pod. Went just a tad bit long.
About like 30 minutes, but hey, it's calm. It's cool. We
Yeah,
giving y'all the
yeah,
content that y'all want.
yeah, 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 yeah. Also, we on TikTok now, right? We on Facebook, we on Instagram, we on X. We also on TikTok. Like, subscribe, follow, do all those
Hey,
nice,
and just
juicy, sexy things.
just let it play. Just let that play 100 times over. If you need to. Just let it run the numbers up for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Run it up so you can live vicariously through us when we have tons of money, jets, planes, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but we gonna do some giveaways when we get there.
Signed jerseys, all that. Actually, we do need to figure out a way to finesse a player onto this. We'll get there. Might
We'll
have to
get there.
blackmail somebody. I know I got pictures of somebody somewhere. Point is, this has been your
I have
boy
to reach out to
Qcity.
one of my connects. It's your boy Taj Bravado.
We out.
Peace.